to what we've already given up.
Hi all. Today we are going to attempt to make a big batch of potato soup. The thing is, I can't find a recipe for the kind of potato soup I'm looking for. My grandmother used to make this potato soup. It was a thin soup, not thick, not creamy, but it was white with milk and potatoes and bacon and some onion in it. And I'm thinking, I make a lot of soups. How hard can it be, right? So I'm going to try it. And if this is successful, I'll let you know. But we're going to try and make a big pot. And here's what's even scarier is after the big pot's made and everybody's eaten, then we're going to attempt to can it. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. Fair warning. Anyway, that's your lead in. I'll turn you back on when I've got more to add. So I'm just holding the camera now and you'll get a lot of movement. This is some of the bacon that we made this year. I sliced a little bit off there. That's the piece. The meat gets a little thin on this end, but it's still great for flavor. But on this end, can you see that? Isn't that slice up beautiful? So I've got that and a couple onion halves, and that back there is the cutter for the onions. And we're going to start by frying the bacon and chopping the onions and see where it gets us. I just wanted you to see the bacon because I'm awful proud. All right. So the bacon's laying in the pan and we're just going to fry it up to almost crispy and pull it out to cool. And then we're going to fry up the onion bits in the bacon grease. We don't want to fry them to brown. We just want them to get to translucent, I think. I'm guessing here, but I don't think she cooked the onions in the milk on the stove. I took some potatoes and chicken broth out of the pantry. We're going to use those. So, I'll get this started and let you see how it works. So I suppose, technically speaking, this is the cheating way to chop onions, but it makes me happy. So put the piece of onion on there, chopped. Do it again from a distance so you can see. Isn't that nice? I think that was my favorite toy I bought this year. And the last little piece. Chopped onions. See? And we're going to brown those in the bacon grease. I'll let you know in a second. Bacon's out. Onions are frying. As soon as I get a little bit of translucence here, I'm going to pull them out of the grease and drop them in the pot where I have dumped all of the chicken broth. So, more in a sec. Unfortunately, I got sidetracked texting a friend who's moving out of the country, but this is what it looks like in the pot. That is a 2.5 pints of chicken broth, a half gallon of milk, a tablespoon of fresh parsley, a handful of chopped bacon, and half a yellow onion. And there was about not quite a tablespoonful of flour around the onion after I cooked it in the bacon grease to soak up the grease, and then it all went into the pot. And so now we're going to simmer it for a while. Oh yeah, 2 quarts of potatoes. So now we're going to simmer it for a while and see how it turns out. Okay, so it's coming up to temperature, and I have to be careful that the milk doesn't burn because burnt milk is just nasty. But when you stir it, this is the color that it comes out. And it's a really simple soup. Again, as long as you don't burn it, it's a really simple soup, and our family loves it. My grandmother used to make it all the time. And she used to get mad at me because for our birthday, we could ask for whatever we wanted for dinner. And she would make it. And I would ask for potato soup and lemon meringue pie because those were my favorites. And she thought that potato soup and lemon meringue pie were depression food. Those are foods you make when you have nothing. And she would say, "Damn it, child. Isn't there anything else you want?" And of course I was headstrong and said, "No, I want potato soup and lemon meringue pie." And anyway, so this is it when it's just sitting. We haven't gotten up to a simmer yet. I'm still going to stop and stir it. This is what time it is. So I will check back with you on the next couple stirrings. So while the soup is cooking, I'll show you some of the other stuff that we did for Christmas season. There's cookies and crochet and all kinds of stuff. So hold one and I'll flash you a few images. Okay, so now the top is stitched closed and it looks like this. And with the brim flipped up, see? It goes on like this. And I think the colors lined up pretty good. So there it is. And we've got the next stir going on for the soup. If I take the lid off. Soup's looking pretty good. Smells pretty good. Nothing sticking to the bottom. We're good there. Just a little bit. All right, well, we'll check back in a half an hour. So, hi people, the soup is done. It has simmered out. In fact, we've already eaten a little bit of it. See, bowl of soup. It's a good light golden color and smells great. So if that worked out, and since everybody that's eaten it so far hasn't complained, I'm going to assume it has, we'll try canning it in the morning because it's after 7 o'clock at night. And I've still got the bread finishing up baking. Oh, let's take a look at it though. See? All right, so I'm lazy and I don't hand make my bread. The truth of the matter is, I used to, but now I have arthritis and it just hurts too much. So this is a basic loaf of white bread happening in my bread machine to go with the potato soup. And I thought you guys might like to see it work. It's going to be a nice loaf of bread to go with the soup. So we'll get this put into some jars tomorrow and we'll talk then. Thanks for watching. So I'm going to show you these in jars. I know that the color looks odd, but it's because the jars are blue. But there they are, my 3 quarts. And they are about to go into the canner. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so it's been 2 weeks since the making of the video and the making of the potato soup. And I brought a can out to show you what it looks like 2 weeks later. And here's a quart. Yes, it is separated. However, if I, and I'm not even shaking it hard, but it just needs shook up and it goes right back to normal. And we opened a jar of it last night and tried it. Please remember the color's off because the jar is blue. We opened a jar of it last night and tried it. It was still good. It was wonderful. And so success. So I wanted to let you guys know the end result too. Thanks very much for watching. Enjoy your holidays and Happy New Year.
I can't believe we're holding on to what we've already